Hello friends, now there is a good news about Brienne and Tormund. They have confirmed baby plans. This is a couple we all want to see together. They're the larger-than-life Game of Thrones characters. And their warrior babies could save the world. In real life, Gwendolyn Christie, who plays the warrior woman Brienne of Tarth, and Christopher Hivju, who plays Tormund Giantsbane, a member of the Free Folk who has become one of Jon Snow's most trusted allies, are just as impressive. They are both imposingly tall. Gwendolyn stands at 1.91 meters and Christopher 1.83 meters, and have laughs that could frighten a lion, or a hound. Co-star Rory McCann calls Christie glorious and says she is the biggest giggler he has met. And Hivju is also smitten. She is a lot of fun, we had many laughs. She is a walking party, a wonderful actress and great human being. Gwendolyn is strikingly beautiful, graceful and fashionable. Christopher, meanwhile, with his bushy red beard, looks exactly the same as he does on screen. Christie says she still can't process the love there is for Brienne. The impact of the character has been truly extraordinary because I didn't expect people to embrace her, she says. She didn't follow conventions of how females had previously been portrayed in mainstream television, so I assumed there wouldn't be a lot of energy for that character. But God author George R.R. Martin created a phenomenal character which seems to have transcended any specific audience. She resonates with a wide range of people, because she is an outsider that does all she can to achieve an overriding moral sense of good. She fails regularly, but it doesn't stop her from trying again. That's what's so captivating. Christie, 40, who lives in London with her partner fashion designer Giles Deacon, says she cried for 2 hours when she finally took off Brienne's armor. It was a part she gave everything to get. I lost a lot of weight and gained a lot of muscle and started training with the brilliant stuntman C.C. Smith. There was horse riding, fighting, sword fighting, and then I would have my gym sessions and come back and just sleep, and I was so unadulteratedly happy because I felt like I was being given this incredible challenge, she says. As a woman, it was terrifying and exciting to have to take away my vanity, to cut my hair, to gain muscle, to walk in another way, to accept my androgyny, my natural strength. The very things that I felt society had dictated to me were not relevant or appropriate. You might be doing a fight sequence for the whole day, 10 hours. I love having a lot demanded of me and try to push myself beyond limits. Hivju, who lives in his native Norway with his wife and 2 children, says his role was similarly demanding. He had to use his real-life climbing skills to scale the wall in Season 3, much to the distress of the production team. They built it in polystyrene and on every take I destroyed the wall. I smashed it. So that was an adventure, he says. Much has been made of whether Tormund survives. After all, we left him for dead at the end of Season 7, so surely his presence at today's interview means he survives? The last thing we saw of Tormund was he was falling down a huge wall, so what the outcome of Season 8 is I won't talk about. Hivju, 40, says. Both actors say they hope to find another character they love as much. I feel such a complicated mass of feelings, because this has been an enormous part of my life for 8 years. Gwendolyn says. But now the prospect of something else is exciting, and there is the hope there will be other characters that captivate my imagination as much as Brienne of Tarth has done. It turns out there is a lot of something else to come, from modeling for Miu Miu and signing to Kate Moss's agency, to roles in The Hunger Games, Top of the Lake and Star Wars. She also dons period costume for The Personal History of David Copperfield and is currently filming drama The Friend, with Casey Affleck and Dakota Johnson. Hivju's schedule is also full, having appeared in Fast and Furious 8 TV series Twin and filming Downhill with Will Ferrell and Miranda Otto, a remake of Swedish movie Force Majeure in which he also starred. But the biggest way Brienne changed Christie's life was getting to fulfill a childhood dream and dance with Madonna, when she went on stage with the singer in Sydney in 2017, after a friend introduced them. I still can't believe that happened. I have wanted to dance with Madonna since I was 8 years old, she says. I remember listening to Like a Virgin wearing a lot of beads and fingerless gloves and thinking, yeah, I want to dance with Madonna, and then 1,000 years later it actually occurs, she says. It's really something else to look in the eyes of someone you have idolized, she says. I thought I was going to collapse. When I look back at it now, none of it seems quite real. On the topic of idolizing someone, the question we all want to know is, will Tormund and Brienne have a happy ending? The duo are not saying. I think Tormund's love for Brienne is real, and I think that at least in season 7 he found a purpose in life, because one thing is to run away from death, it's another thing to find a perspective, says Hivju. His goal in life is to make babies with Brienne, big strong babies that conquer the world, so if you ask Tormund who should sit on the Iron Throne, it's one of their kids.